Alright boys, welcome back. So as you can tell by my voice, I am super excited because we are not only getting 2 new characters, but also a new face into Black Clover Mobile, that being Zora and also Vanessa, but more importantly, Vanessa with her cat. So today we're going to go over should you be summoning, but before the video starts, boys, if you're new, subscribe, of course, hit the like button. And let me just quickly say, just a quick should you summon. Zora is for blue characters. Vanessa is for green characters. So if you're running mono red or you don't care about mono green or even mono blue, then these two are going to be skips. Don't worry too much about it if you do plan to skip them, because there'll be multiple chances for you to summon these characters through the actual just general SSR pool, because after they do leave, they will go into it. So as you can see them right there. Also as well, big disclaimer, because we should be getting new information about Valkyrie Omina, well, probably likely her kit on the actual 8th. They are doing live streams, so we already know she is going to be a harmony color, so basically yellow, which from the color wheel we do know is going to counter red, blue, and green. So I would say before you go in building up your mono blue, mono green, even mono red now, actually, maybe look out and see what this Nemo actually does, because, well, if she comes out and counters all the mono colors, maybe she does more damage to more colors are on the field, then yeah, it's not really worth building up these characters. But even if she does outright counter all of them, you know, well, she's not going to come to global for at least another like 4 to 5 months. So we still have a while to wait, and these characters still worth summoning. Okay, let's start with Zora. He's going to be the most interesting one a little bit because he's a new character. I mean, if you want to get Zora just because you want to get him, then I don't blame you. I'm going to plan to dupe out Vanessa. So I might do one for rotation. But if I get like super duped out early, then I might actually go in and try and get Zora, because I just want to get the character right. I mean, look at his, if I have myself here, you can see his actual model. But quickly, we're going to throw up his actual skills on screen now. His unique passive, just by simply getting the character towards LR, if all allies are blue attribute, then you're going to get 15 speed to self at the start of the battle, making him basically one of the fastest characters in the game, assuming you use a 4 mono blue team, meaning he's always going to get his buffs off first. His awakened passive when you get him towards 2-star is, if reflection trap is active, he himself, I believe, he's going to get a 5% damage reduction, making him super tanky. But in the big one, and I think this is where he's going to, which once again, why you want to be using on mono blue, and this is where like mono blue is going to shine a little bit, is if he's got a full blue team, inflicts buff block onto the enemy with the highest attack at the start of the battle. Now buff block is not barrier block, it's just buff. So I basically think anything like you're buffing up magic, buffing up stats. So right now, green, mono green, Merliona has like the highest attack. You're buffing up like crazy, giving her defensive penetration, magic attack. So that's just going to outright counter her a little bit, so she's not doing as much damage. And that goes, I guess, towards Black Aster, even though there's not that many people on this team that buffs up his actual attack. But yeah, like I said, the guy buffs up mono blue, so it's a lot to invest into right now, especially since the characters you want to have is the new William and also the old Lock, and I believe the new Noel coming out soon. So it is a lot to invest into, but from what I've heard, if you do build up the team, it is pretty good, at least right now in JP, but might not be for too long when we get Valkyrie Omina well. So be on the lookout for that one. But let's go through his skills. All right, so let's go through his skills on screen now. You can see what the level 1 does. It is going to be actually a pretty good level 1, and it's something you're going to notice with Vanessa and the characters coming out going forward. It's no longer a chance to do stuff. They're actually doing stuff now, and you'd love to see it. So yeah, tier 1, you're going to use a single target skill, and you're going to buff up and get the reflective trap buff, which is actually a pretty good skill. You can see what it does on screen now. When the effect is applied, which obviously is going to apply towards with the ally with the highest attack, passively you're going to get 20% reduced damage, but also you're going to reflect 150% of the damage back towards them. And then when they do attack, you're also going to lower the SP by 1, and that's simply on a level 1, right? But then you get to level 2, this one is going to be once again crazy. You can see why mono blue loves this guy a little bit. He has a 60% chance to get debuff immunity, but I believe you can upgrade that through the skill, so it is going to be 100%. You're also going to lower all the SP by 1 on all enemies. You're also going to inflict magic reduction. So was that 35% magic reduction, which is, you know, perfect right now. It's going to be good against mono green a little bit too. And then when you do actually get the skill upgraded through his actual skill page, then you're going to get the reflective trap level 2, which is a better version of level 1. It's still going to do 20% reduced damage taken, but you're also going to reflect more damage back. And that is towards all of the allies, of course. And if you haven't seen the animation, it's pretty good. I think I might have 3 times speed on, but it looks pretty sick. Then we get to the ultimate, which is going to be grants reflective trap towards an ally. So I believe you select them, right? And it's going to be level 3, so you're going to get, what is it, 20% reduced damage taken as always, but you're going to get 300% reflect damage back to them, which is going to be obviously very, very good. Then you're going to have a chance to increase allies defense by level 5, by the way, which is insane, 245%, which I think it's 60% chance. I think you might be able to upgrade it if you level up the actual skill. And also weapon disarm level 3, which is going to be 5 25% reduced damage dealt. If you have it in the ultimate, it's pretty good too. Once again, Zora is literally just specializing in just buffing up the team, reflecting damage back, you know, making them kill themselves a little bit, and just stopping the high attack target and enemy team. Like boys, if you use this, and in this as well, you're getting magic reduction and also damage dealt with like Mereoleona. Her burns aren't going to do too much. And at least the damage dealt does go towards Black Aster, which can obviously, you know, make you survive a little bit. The combo attack is on screen. Attacks after removing immortality. Both him and Vanessa got the same thing. It's just something they're doing, which is going to be nice. So each colors now have a way to sort of deal with Black Aster. If a situation comes where you need to use it, at least you can do it. And then my favorite one is going to be Vanessa with her Cat Rouge. And let's go through her skills. Once again, she is a mono green buffer. And one that is actually going to be very, very good, even for, I think, PvE a little bit. If you pull on a future, you don't have to only use on mono green. You can use some PvE content because you have ultimate is pretty strong. So let's go through actual passives and go through what the character actually does. Unique passive, when you get the character just to LR, you can see if all allies are green, you're going to grant the red thread of fate buff towards the defender mage at the start of battle. Defender means Mereoleona. You always want to have Mereoleona. So unless you have a 5-star, Vanessa simply isn't worth using. The red thread of fate is going to grant immortality for 1 turn if HP drops below 30%, which once again, immortality for Mereoleona, it's pretty good, and you get down to passive, right? But then going towards the awaken passives, they are pretty good and you actually want it, but I feel like you can get away a little bit with using her at just simply, you know, 0-star, because getting that immortality for Mereoleona, it's actually very, very good. But when you get towards 2-star, she's just going to increase the stamina towards buff defenders, which is always giving Mereoleona, so Mereoleona's getting more turns, and it's pretty good, right? And if she happens to die when you do get towards 5-star, she is going to grant 8 SP towards all allies. I'm not too sure how I feel about this one. I remember seeing people on JP using that like 2-star, so I think that's the sweet spot on what I plan to get it to. But if you get it towards 5-star, if she happens to die and you have Mereoleona, then she's going to get ultimate again. If you have the new actual Mimosa, then she can resurrect someone. But the chances are, especially with the mono red teams, everyone but Mereoleona is going to die because everyone dies to Aster's AoE. So I feel like you don't need to get it towards 5-star, but the more the better, right? And skill 1 is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a single target skill that is going to grant a SP2 buff towards the ally with the highest attack, which bear in mind is going to go towards Mereoleona. You also have Green Charlotte on the team, so you're going to get that actual, like, what's a free SP buff by using her buff skill. And if you have got the new Mimosa towards 2-star, she's buffing everyone's SP by 1 every single time she has a turn, so you're getting ultimate very, very fast Mereoleona, which is and you get more stamina, so you get more turns. Like, you're all rushing quick with Mereoleona. It's actually going to be really fun to see it. Skill 2 Sinks. It's going to be a 60% chance you can level it up to level 5 to get that actual Blessing of Protection, which is only 8% of HP, you know, received back when you do block, which is not a lot. But if you get the skill page, you can get that total defense, which is actually better, right? You don't mind it. The heal's going to be a little bit okay, but from my testing, whenever I play with her, even every other Vanessa, because every Vanessa gets the Blessing of Protection, it just doesn't heal. Like, it does, like, what, 6k? I mean, towards other characters, your support to be alright, but I don't know. The total defense is where you want it. Ultimate, boys, Urena properly is going to grant invulnerability to an ally for 2 turns, which is, I believe, only single target. It might be AoE, but I'm pretty sure it's only single target where you select them, and then they're going to become invincible, so they can't take any damage for 2 turns. Look at that ultimate. Insane. And remember, I think, was it, the new Mimosa also grants invulnerability towards a high attack target. So there's going to be like 3 turns where like Mereoleona can't take damage, which once again is going to be good. Also, the chance to dispel 2 debuffs, which I guess can be kind of good if you verse like Rills and other characters that debuff a little bit. Maybe they got certain gear sets on. You can dispel those debuffs, and it's a 100% chance when you do actually get towards a 5-star. Yeah, Dies Vanessa, once again, her actual combo skill, which you can't show here, is simply they're going to be in remove immortality like Zora. So yeah, like I said, is it worth summoning? Honestly, yes, if you want those characters in your team. If you use some mono blue, if you use some mono green, they're going to be very, very good. I'm right now loving mono green, loving Mereoleona, so of course I'm going to be going for Vanessa. I'm not too sure I'm going to go for Zora because you want to get him towards 2-star, and I don't really plan to use mono blue, although I really like the character and I want to get him on my account. Just, I don't want to use mono blue. Like, you can't even use Julius. I mean, you can, but you don't want to. You want to use Luck and obviously the William, which I don't want to build up and don't want to invest into. We are going to be getting a new, was it Noel blue one coming out later next season, which is going to make the team a lot better. And I actually be interested a little bit into her, but it's going to be hard once again to invest into a new Noelle when we know Valkyrie Arm Noelle is coming out. And by the time that Noelle comes out, we're going to know what Valkyrie Arm Noelle does. But once again, don't be discouraged to summoning. Should you drop and save everything for Valkyrie Arm Noelle? Probably not. We still have a lot of ways before we get towards her. You can still have some fun on the game right now. And I'm going to be doing that by summoning for Vanessa. So, yeah, boys, should you summon? Yes, if you like the characters. Yes, if you want to use mono green or mono blue. But if not, you can easily skip and save for a Spirit Dive, you know, who might be a skip to you, boys, as you have to wait and see how it comes towards global. The banner will be dropping whenever your server does reset, so just look at your daily countdown, and whenever that does reset, that's when the banner is going to drop for you. So, boys, good luck summoning, and yeah, peace.